Tractors in a fence line, old tractor by the shed, kids running through the pasture, dogs sleeping by the bed. The neighbor says the city's growing closer every year, but out here under open skies, the stars still look sincere. I watch the seasons come and go, watch this old world rearrange, but every sunrise finds me here, and some things never change. Got dust on my boots and diesel in my veins, sunburn on my neck, and 20 years of rain. I ain't chasing fortune, I ain't chasing fame, got a porch light burning, and that's enough for me. Daddy built this farmhouse with his brother in his hands. Mama planted peach trees long before I bought this land. Now my boy is learning how to drive that old machine, and every mile behind him feels a lot like me at 17. I've seen folks leave for bigger things, some come back and some don't, but every road I've ever taken led me home. Got dust on my boots and diesel in my veins, sunburn on my neck, and 20 years of rain. I ain't chasing fortune, I ain't chasing fame, got a porch light burning, and that's enough for me. They can keep their towers, keep their polished floors, but some of us still measure wealth by what we're working for. Somewhere in the distance you can hear the highway hum, but tonight this little patch of dirt feels like kingdom come. Got dust on my boots and diesel in my veins, sunburn on my neck, and 20 years of rain. I ain't chasing fortune, I ain't chasing fame, got a porch light burning, and that's enough for me. Yeah, the world's still spinning fast as it's ever been, but I'll be right here tomorrow, watching that sunrise again.
High frequency, Ocean Case #1 mixed music station, broadcasting from Hurston's North Pole all the way to Castra.
Good morning, Stanton. I'm DJ FOXXEIGHT. You're a girl with or without tan lines looking out the windows at the harbor and Bomb Island across the bay. I can see several hoverbike racers from Onyx practicing for their upcoming Frontier Days. And welcome back to 206.5 HF. Coming at you on the Black 6, relays from Hurston's northern latitudes all the way out to Castra. I hope you're having a beautiful morning wherever you're listening from. Whether you're climbing out of Lorville with a hold full of titanium, waiting on a refueler that just realized they are out of quantum fuel, sipping coffee in a work meeting, taking my advice on the earbuds, pretending you're listening to your boss. A 3D artist with CIG working on some new underwear because you all realize 30th century military issue granny panties just won't do it anymore. Watching another sunrise from Orison, or halfway across Pyro, wondering if your quantum drive is making that noise again. I'm here to tell you it is. Yes, thongs are okay in the 30th century. We're all... Most of us are adults. I prefer satin over silk, please. And I'm glad you're spending part of your morning with me. So, I almost didn't make it into the studio on time. I stopped downstairs for coffee. Somebody convinced me one more Magnus cinnamon roll was a good idea, and I got to spend an extra 20 minutes hearing about their mother's first experience trying to fly a galaxy through the Sol jump point to Crowhaw. They weren't wrong about the cinnamon roll. My genes may disagree later, but future Fox can negotiate with that problem. And evidently the jump didn't go well. 3 times she ended up back in Sol. I feel like I know that feeling. So settle in. We've got another great morning together. Coming up next, one of my favorite voices to start the day. Here's Liz Stillwater. And after that, for my long haulers out chasing another horizon, another QT jump with a load of 32s, St. Meridian with Miles from Stanton. I'm your girl FOXXEIGHT here in the booth setting up for the morning. And stick around, baby, we have more coming up. You're listening to 206.5 HF. Home is where you dock.
You're shot. I'm gonna go get us some drinks. He touched my arm, I broke his glass. Said I smiled too sweet to have that sass. I said, darling, I ain't here to flirt. Then slammed him through the hollow jukebox face first. Chairs went flying, shots hit the wall. Some poor soul tried to crawl, but you mess with me, you get the sound of boots and blasters going down. Two-stepping in left ski, blood on the bar. Some scars make legends, and I wear mine hard. Don't start nothing you can't end clean. I leave wrecks in boots and worn out jeans. You came for a drink, I brought the just bruised up pride and local beer. I don't fight fair, I don't dance light, but I always win the night. You ever see a girl drop a man with a pool cue and still finish her drink? Levski has.
Coffee's cold beside the console. Another contract nearly done. 12 more jumps before Port Trestle. 3 more systems from the sun. Engine lights are softly glowing. Cargo humming in the bay. Funny how the stars feel smaller every mile I drift away. Somewhere there's a porch light waiting. Somewhere there's a name I know. Somewhere there's a life I almost had a lifetime ago. I'm a million miles from Stanton, chasing contracts through the dark. Every jump point leaves me wondering which old dream I left parked. Still the stars keep pulling westward. Still the engines hum along. Guess a drifter's just a traveler who stayed gone a little too long. Saw sunrise over Magnus, watched it fade beyond the gate. Met a dozen different strangers, all convinced they'd change their fate. Some got rich and some got buried. Some just vanished in the black. Funny thing about tomorrow, sometimes it never circles back. Still I hear the station music. Still I hear those old goodbyes. Still I see familiar faces when I close my eyes. I'm a million miles from Stanton, chasing contracts through the dark. Every jump point leaves me wondering which old dream I left parked. Still the stars keep pulling westward. Still the engines hum along. Guess a drifter's just a traveler who stayed gone a little too long. Maybe someday I'll stop running. Maybe someday I'll touch down. Maybe someday I'll find the answers everybody's looking for now. Until then, the drive keeps turning and the black keeps rolling by. Another contract, another sunrise, another piece of sky. I'm a million miles from Stanton. Still the stars call out my name. Every system tells a story too long.
Welcome to 206.5 HF, Ocean Cay's voice. I'm FOXXEIGHT, and with you all morning, your favorite black and blue-haired girl who spent most of the past week neck-deep in the org's flagship trying to negotiate navigation routing protocols with the ship's nav system. Fun fact, promise it liquor and it seems to work. Odd. I hope your morning's off to a good start. If not, well, coffee exists. And if coffee doesn't solve it, that's why beaches were invented. Or at least the backspace feature, since the regeneration crisis seems to be over. Looks like another absolutely gorgeous sunrise over Ocean Cay Freeport this morning. The charter captains are already slipping out of the marina. Somebody's fishing off the East Pier before breakfast. And I watched one poor cargo pilot discover that pelicans are apparently unimpressed by expensive paint jobs. He'll be okay. His windshield, however, may require counseling. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Sit back, put us up in the background while you do your thing, and enjoy the show. And subscribe. Did you know that 90% of the viewers are not subscribed? We'd really appreciate it. We're working to hit 100. I know it's not a huge number, but for us, it is, and we are so thankful you're here. So, let's see what's happening around the verse. Our surf report this morning. Ocean Cay is looking absolutely beautiful. Warm breeze. Light chop. Tide came out overnight, so the point break on the North Beach is hungover and sleeping. But we do have crystal clear water. If you've been putting off taking the afternoon off, I'm not saying today is the day, but today is definitely the day. Over on Microtech, conditions remain gorgeous, although I still don't understand why anyone voluntarily calls ice a vacation destination. Hurston is serving up its usual industrial haze with scattered dust fronts expected around Lorville later today. And out around Terra, travelers are reporting unusually clear skies after recent improvements to planetary weather simulation. The latest planet tech updates have been making cloud layers, storms, and atmospheric transitions feel even more natural across inhabited worlds. Evidently, Nix 1 terraforming is proceeding, so we'll see how much prettier it will be when you're bleeding out in a lovely grass field and no one around for 1,000,000 kilometers and global chat all offering to come help. But at least when Mother Nature decides she doesn't like your flight plan, she can tell you in much higher fidelity. Traffic this morning? Flights coming in and out of the Freeport starport are steady. I saw the Onyx warship Dawnbreaker and Conquest departing under fighter escorts from Black 6 this morning as I was leaving my condo. Beautiful sight. Several Hull Cs were lined up on final approach off to the south, waiting on the military traffic to clear the airspace. Note to incoming freighters, landing areas 3 and 4 are restricted for repairs, and local ATC is advising you to look for pads 6 through 10. Everest Harbor is busy as always. Expect moderate approach delays. One Constellation owner reportedly spent 15 minutes requesting landing clearance. Before realizing he was talking to the station, he departed 20 minutes earlier. It happens. Probably. I mean, I've never experienced... Well, maybe that one time. Meanwhile, Lorville Security reminds visiting pilots that the industrial district is not a sightseeing tour. And no, you still can't hover outside somebody's apartment window because the lighting looked cinematic. I had kind of a funny week myself. I wandered down to the marina after work a few nights ago, met a handsome pilot. We talked for almost an hour. He bought me a drink, then like 9 more. Okay, not the first time. We watched the sunset after a 30-minute hover bike, ride down the coast to this really nice, secluded beach. And just when I thought maybe this was going somewhere, he looked at me, smiled, and asked if I could introduce him to Desert Vixen. I hope his insurance covered that walk into the ocean. This is why the only love of my life will be my pioneer. Speaking of, we have a double header of our goth lady from the streets of Loreville coming up later this morning. I got to attend her Return to Hurston concert at the Tisa Auditorium. She had that entire place on fire. I lost my voice for several days from screaming and singing. Have you ever seen 6 guys from Xenothreat in a mosh pit? Yeah, that was interesting. I'm fairly certain I saw a Tava Rin crowd surfing, but a couple songs from her new album Last Call Saints are hitting the PvP frequencies. So load those magazines and pick up an ASD site contract. I put together a really great lineup this morning, keeping it relaxed until a bit later in the show when you'll need to put new speakers on order from the Pledge store. So let's keep this beautiful morning rolling. Coming up, we've got some reggae, some hip-hop, and a few tracks that'll make that cargo run feel a whole lot shorter. And after this next music set, Russell will be here with the news. I've already hidden the station expense account, so with any luck, he'll only expense the tea this morning. I'm your sassy girl, FOXXEIGHT, your DJ riding the sunrise, and baby, I don't do boring. You're listening to 206.5 high frequency. Home is where you dock, so stay docked with me as I help get your morning started across the verse.
Empire Avenue. Everybody got a story.
These cold streets of New Berlin.
Some just don't make it home. Starport lights, pink sidewalk gold. Still got kids growing up too old. Mama print, bills unpaid. Another young soul getting swallowed by the shade. Corner store, chain link fence. Dreams don't make a whole lot of sense. Sirens sing like lullabies. Everybody learn too young not to cry. Seen good men lose their way, trying to make another UEC today. One bad call, one bad friend. Whole life change round the very next bend. Lord,
Can you hear me now?
I ain't asking for tomorrow.
Just help me through somehow.
Empire Avenue, where the lights stay bright but the streets stay cold.
Empire Avenue.
Everybody chasing something, everybody losing hope.
Empire Avenue. I'm still looking up, even when I'm down.
Yeah.
Empire Avenue.
Lord, don't let this city take my soul. Raise a cane, said keep your head up high. Fracture, said only God knows why. Every block got another ghost, another candle, another toast. Kids still hooping in the park. Soon as sunset, everybody smart. Mothers calling from the porch, trying to keep another future from the torch. Alpha, UEC talk.
Pain talks louder.
Some boys' dreams,
Some chase powder.
some find faith,
Some lose track.
some never find.
They way back. Empire Avenue.
Where the lights stay bright but the streets stay cold.
Empire Avenue.
Everybody chasing something, everybody losing hope.
Empire Avenue. I'm still looking up, even when I'm down. Empire Avenue.
Lord, don't let this city take my soul now. Ain't nobody perfect,
Ain't nobody clean.
sometimes heaven feel farther.
Then it really seems.
Still I keep walking,
Still I keep praying.
still believing.
Tomorrow worth chasing.
Maybe one kid hear this song, choose another starship instead. Maybe that's enough tonight. Maybe hope ain't really dead. Empire Avenue raised me. New Berlin faze me. The UEE Avenue failed me, but it won't define my name. I'm still standing,
Still breathing
still calling.
on that flame.
Everybody survives different.
Just don't stop walking.
We built the tower, but we never got the view. Built the empire,
Never made it through. Everybody talking paradise.
looking at the sky,
We've been living underneath it since the day that we arrived.
They see Earth from orbit, postcards and hollow screens. I see freight elevators and maintenance machines. Politicians on the broadcast talking unity again, while my neighbor works 3 jobs just to feed his kids and friends. Born under neon, no dawn, just the grind. Another broken dream carved in the skyline. No heroes in the glow, just ghosts in the wires. I lit my path with fire, now watch me rise higher. You ever walk 100 levels without seeing daylight once? You ever hear a senator speak and know he's talking to someone else? There's someone else. They say we're all citizens, equal under law. Funny how the rules get thinner the higher that you are.
We built the tower, but we never got the view. Built the empire, never made it through. Everybody talking paradise, looking at the sky. We've been living underneath it since the day that we arrived.
No kings,
No saviors,
no rescue ships,
no favors.
no favors.
I'm from the streets beneath the skyline.
Where dreams don't live for free.
Everybody loves Earth until they gotta live like me.
Freedom isn't free, gotta pay for it somehow. When the pipe is the shore. Oh, man. Freedom isn't free. I wake to neon skies and concrete ties. The towers of terror keep the sun outside. Got dreams that don't fit in this weekend plan, so I'm packing up my soul and I'm heading to the sand. They tag my ID, they scan my bones, but they can't read the rhythm I call home. I'm leaving Earth on the hush-hush wind, where the jump points flicker and the stars begin. I'm lost on Earth, but I'm bound for light. Gonna sail past Pyro in the dead of night. No beacon, no nav, just adrift in me, on the hunt for a place where my soul run free. He's knocking, I ain't home no more. Gone where the maps don't reach the shore. Unmapped, and I'm feeling fine. Got freedom in my blood and stars in my mind. My ship's a patchwork tale held tight with grace. Old Cuddy Black with a pirate's face, got contraband love and a rebel beat. I'm hiding in the static where the patrols don't meet. Left a girl in New Bad, but she knew my name. Told me don't look back as she kissed the flame. Now I'm riding the echo of her sweet, sweet laugh through a storm of calms and a slipstream path. I'm lost on Earth, but I'm bound for light. Gonna sail past Pyro in the dead of night. No beacon, no nav, just adrift in me, on the hunt for a place where my soul run free. He's knocking, I ain't home no more. Gone where the maps don't reach the shore. Unmapped, and I'm feeling fine. Got freedom in my blood and stars in my mind. Maybe I'll find a moon with no name. Start a garden, build a home from flame. Or maybe I'll drift, just me and the bees. playing this song in a jump gate seat. I'm lost on earth, but I'm bound for life. Gonna sail past Pyro in the dead of night. No beacon, no nav, just the drift of me. And the dream of a place where we all run free. I'm stars in my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind.
You're listening to 206.5 High Frequency, Ocean Cay's #1 mixed music station, broadcasting from Hurston's North Pole all the way to Castra.
Message for God, Hit up with your break, gotta pay for it, stop line. Hit up with your break, gotta pay for it, stop line.
From the edge of the bloom where the sun sets slow, I send this wave through the stars, you know. Sitting by the reef, let my thoughts run wide. You on terror, I'm drifting on the tide. They say the God suns heal your mind, but even here I can't leave you behind. Wish you could see how the trees glow blue, but every light reminds me of you. Message from God, baby, I'm still here. Whispers in the calm like you're close, so near. I traded war zones for this warm sea sky, but freedom don't mean much when you ain't by my side.
It's message from God.
I walk the dunes where the merchants lie, smugglers with stories, stars in their eyes. Told them all about the girl I miss, the laugh I chased through the black abyss. Tried sending creds, tried laying low, even bribed a rider to get past the flow. But they watch every port, trace every code, so I hide my heart in this heavy load. Message from God, baby, I'm still here. Spinning these beats and drinking your year. I got flowers from a moon that ain't even mapped, but it's cold on the beach when your arms ain't wrapped.
Message from God.
If you make it past the UE scan, there's a dock behind the coral stand. Park your ship, bring your soul. We'll dance like data they can't control.
Message from God.
Message from God, baby, I'm still here. Whispers in the calm like you're close, so near. I traded war zones for this warm sea sky, but freedom don't mean much when you ain't by my side. Message from God, still playing our song. Out in the system where the sunsets belong. I'm here with the tide and the reef and the fire, waiting on you, my only desire. Oh. Message from God, baby, I'm still here. Whispers in the calm like you're close, so near. I traded war zones for this warm sea sky, but freedom don't mean much when you ain't by my side.
You can't save what's already burning. You just pick a side and reload.
nigga lit up like a backroom bar. Bodies floating in the void like they wish on stars. I seen peace wear an empire badge, then pull the trigger like my name's a tag. Knicks got blades in the trade lanes now. Gunships parked where saints used to bow. Orgs fall fast, crews flip quick, and every damn flag's just another trick.
The verse on fire, burning loud. From our grizz to broken crowds. They sold us peace, then raised the stakes. Now we bleed in the wake of the highborn fakes. Verse on fire, ash and smoke. No safe ports, no clean cloaks. We were brothers, now we're stealing why. All I see is war, and the verse on fire.
Drop keys, cashing checks in flame. Pirates run fleets in the empire's name. My block got missiles, my crew got codes. We ghost jump points with raging loads. Brotherhood ain't a handshake here, it's a pact made when the reaper's near. Motherfucker standing with me, then light that fuse. Cause silence don't work when the whole verse moves.
No ceasefires, no negotiations, just smoke trails and names in the dirt.
Verse on fire, flame in my chest. No flags left, no gods, no rest. They made this hell with their merchant hands. Now we take it back, one system stands. Verse on fire, we don't run. We ride out hot till the job gets done. All I got left is my brother's cry, and the trigger I pull while the stars burn dry.
Good morning. I'm Russell reporting for 206.5 HF and with the Cay Freeport Journal, sitting in a hot tub at the Orison Sky Lounge Spa with Miss Orison and the Minister of... Oh, right. Welcome to Black Six News. I trust you've all enjoyed the first half of today's broadcast. I certainly was told to say I did. Although Miss Fox, darling, continues her inexplicable campaign against my perfectly reasonable invitations to dinner. I remain optimistic. Statistics suggest persistence eventually pays dividends. Along with diversified investments, let's begin with Alpha 4.8. The latest 4.8.x updates continue focusing on stability, server maintenance, mission improvements, and polishing various experience as CIG continues rooting out several significant issues that have plagued many connected across the Empire. With 4.8.2 showing improvements across key areas, 4.8.3 is now on the horizon, with UEE intelligence sources reporting that Xeno threat is active again. Some security bulletins report caution, while sources within advocacy and UEE intelligence who can only speak on conditions of anonymity report significant tactical movement by Xeno threat cells and increased communications as if preparing for something. Recent maintenance updates introduced dozens of bug fixes aimed at improving gameplay consistency, mission reliability, and overall server performance, which, admittedly, is far less exciting than a new capital ship, but considerably more useful. Citizens have also continued receiving expanded asteroid defense contracts, additional blueprint rewards, and ongoing refinements to combat encounters throughout Stanton, Nyx, and Pyro. The general consensus from pilots: more things explode, more consistently. A remarkable engineering achievement. The general consensus from CIG: more concurrency, less communication or SCL episodes, and sincere reassurances they are working on improving the experience, which we generally agree with. Looking toward Alpha 4.9, Cloud Imperium continues discussing additional dynamic event improvements. Xeno threat operations remain a major focus, alongside the expected return of Siege of Orison in an updated format. Developers have also been teasing continued work on new equipment, additional mission content, back-end economy improvements, and further iterations of the crafting systems introduced this year. As always, the community has transformed a handful of developer comments into approximately 3,700 release theories. So, everything appears normal now to Squadron 42. This remains perhaps the most closely watched topic in the entire Star Citizen universe. Recent developer interviews continue describing the campaign as feature complete, with current work centered on optimization, performance tuning, balancing, bug fixing, and overall polish. Marketing activity is also expected to increase as development moves closer toward release. The official target remains sometime during this year, while the question still remains if Squadron 42 is going to try and compete against the unnamed juggernaut releasing in November. Recent marketing news, emails on the crew of the UEES Stanton, and personalized invitations to content creators to play SQ42 in Manchester indicate a possible marketing campaign will take place. This is honestly great news, and we here at the Cay Freeport Journal firmly believe CIG should hold the line, push forward, and believe they will do a great job despite the market challenges. While no one really knows our radio station exists, I am kind of a big deal. I mean, who else gets to sit in a spa with Miss Orison and the Minister of... Wait, I can't say your name. Fine. How Beck Russum didn't call me with a personal invite, I'm a little confused by. Beck, if you're listening, we met at that bar in the space station in the Lear system long before you met that dreaded pirate Roberts. I really felt like we connected when you wouldn't give me your Moby Glass number, but I gave you mine. Feel free to invite me to Manchester. Until then, the phrase "when it's ready" continues to outperform every other release date prediction. In broader community news, Alien Week once again brought thousands of citizens together to celebrate the remarkable diversity of the known species. Ship manufacturers enjoyed healthy business. Collectors emptied their wallets. And somewhere, a Banu merchant almost certainly made enough profit to purchase another moon. And we'd like to reassure Banu merchantman owners, sorry, your ship still isn't being worked on. Financially speaking, I respect that, because my investment portfolio went way up. How do you think I can afford today? Community organizations, well, except for Black 6, it's too small. But the rest continue reporting strong recruitment activity as larger scale fleet operations become increasingly common. Training exercises, industrial logistics, security patrols, combined arms events. The persistent universe continues looking increasingly persistent. And finally, a brief market observation. Several listeners wrote in asking whether I believe purchasing another luxury yacht during uncertain economic conditions is wise. My answer, of course. One simply shouldn't purchase someone else's used luxury yacht. One should rationalize maximizing their financial leverage with the phrase of, it's a hard asset that retains its value regardless of depreciation. And since no one can sell ships back to dealers, you'll be stuck with it. So might as well enjoy the popularity that comes with owning yachts. I've also been informed Fox intends to edit that statement. She won't. Because as an independent journalist, I control the news desk. This has been Russell with the Cay Freeport Journal, about to order another round of martinis and cigars. Stay informed, fly responsibly, and remember, good financial planning is considerably more reliable than hoping your co-host eventually says yes.
206.5 HF. Ocean K's voice live on the Black 6 Relay Network. I'm DJ Fox, and thank you, Russell. I'd like everyone to know that absolutely none of the opinions expressed during the previous news segment were reviewed by station management. Mostly because Russell insists he's editorially independent. I personally think he just likes hearing himself talk. He also invited me to dinner again during the commercial break. He's currently 43 consecutive rejections into this adventure, but I admire the commitment. Not enough to say yes, but I admire it. This hour of 206.5 HF is proudly brought to you by the R5 Ranch. Located just outside the Freeport, headed by Mrs. Nakoma Ritter, and their main office nestled against the beautiful southern foothills, is proud to offer top-of-the-line AG produce. If you've been looking for authentic ranch-raised food in the Stanton system, you've found it. The R5 Ranch specializes in premium quasi-grazer beef, slow-aged steaks, hand-cut ribs, fresh dairy products, and naturally grown fruits and vegetables. No unnecessary bioengineering. No mystery proteins. Just honest ranching, responsible farming, and food that actually tastes like somebody cared. Whether you're feeding your family, supplying a restaurant, or stocking your cargo ship before a long haul from Stanton through Pyro all the way out to the Elysium Lear or other faraway systems, the R5 Ranch delivers quality that's earned its reputation one meal at a time. R5 Ranch. From our field to your family table. I stopped by the ranch a few days ago. I was told not to pet the quasi-grazers. I immediately asked why. Apparently, one of them has developed an unhealthy fascination with shiny earrings. I'd like my left hoop back someday. The quasi-grazer looked very pleased with itself. So, if you happen to visit, maybe leave the jewelry at home. Speaking of, we're taking on sponsors, got a business in the verse, drop into our Discord, pick the diplomat selection in the roles, and contact Black 6 staff. And they will be happy to get you a fairly priced ad, UEC only, on our show. And yes, CIG, that includes you. But we'll talk a different currency. Now let's get back to the music. Our next artist has been away from the spotlight for quite a while. After wrapping up her last major tour back in 2951, a lot of people wondered if we'd ever hear new material. Well, she's back. And judging by the response across the UEE, she picked exactly the right time. Her new album, We Still Burn, is already climbing charts from Terra to Sol and other heavy UEE planets. And if the requests coming into this station are any indication, it's becoming the soundtrack for a whole new generation. I have a feeling this won't be the last time we see Vela Rain near the top of the countdown. So sit back, pick up some new contracts, make sure all your hatches are closed, and turn it up. Roll the windows down. Or if you're flying an Aurora, just pretend you have windows that roll down. I'm your caffeine and glitter-induced girl, DJ FOXXEIGHT, who is craving another one of those Magnus cinnamon buns. Whether you're stuck in a torpedo tube that is your new org's recruit initiation ritual, looking for Siege of Orison jump points that aren't open yet, wondering who would win a sensitivity debate competition between Salty Mike, Tomato, and Jared, deciding how to bling out your new super heavy armor and wondering if the minigun will be a good accessory on a date with that girl from the Aesop's room is a good idea or not. Or just stuck in traffic, studying, flying that final leg of a cargo run, wondering if the hangar will eat your ship, forcing you do the interstellar run again? You are a part of our signal. And you're listening to 206.5 HF. Enjoy this next set because after this, we're turning up the heartbeats and volume.
Pressure's low, dark-haired lights still cutting through. through. Another hole coming into view. Steel-toed boots on deck again. Same old crew and the same old grin. Everybody knows the plan. Build it better than we did then. Somebody dreams it. Somebody draws it. Somebody signs the check, but somebody's gotta build it. Raise your hammer to the stars. Every station, every yard. Every ship that's ever crossed the dark started right here in these hands. Raise your hammer to the stars. Every scar and every part. When they write the stories down someday, they're gonna know who we are. New kid fresh from Terrapline still keeps checking his gloves and time. Old girls laughing across the bay. Says he'll learn by the end of the day. Plasma sparks and engine smoke. Somebody telling the same old joke. Everybody's tired as hell. Nobody's leaving till it runs well. And when the sky grew darker and the fear became the norm, someone raised a lantern and suddenly there were more. Raise your hammer to the stars. Every station, every yard. Every ship that's ever crossed the dark started right here in these hands. Raise your hammer to the stars. Every scar and every part. When they write the stories down someday, they're gonna know who we are. We don't make the headlines, don't get parades downtown, but every fleet that leaves the system. Raise your hammer to the stars. Everything, every yard. Every dream that's ever left the ground started right here where we are.
Lorville, we're the RKL1 Saints. It's such an honor to play for Desert Vixen tonight. Guitar! Drums! Let's go! Let's go!
We hit the strip at 9:30. Creds in hand and no clear line. Shots went fast, the lights went blurred. Bartender winked, I fell for her. We started with calm and ramped to dumb. Bit around on who'd beat the drum. By midnight we were banned from 2. By 1 we made it past the crew. Flashed IDs like we gave a damn. Told the bouncer, bro, I am the jam. Spilled half my drink on some exec's date. Still left with a grin in her flight plate. Closing time, we closed the bar on our core prime. Burned our creds and ran the fine. Drank to the edge, saying you should
Ultra security drone. Woke up married on a comlink phone. One guy vanished, no one cares. He's probably still on that Area 18 stripper stairs. Tried to pay with a weapon mod. Bartender smiled, said that's odd. Lights went red, music fried. We stood tall and starry-eyed. Told the DJ, spin one more. He said, you're bleeding, man. Hit the floor. Closing time. Closing time. We close the bar, we kill the lights. Last one's dancing, starting fights. Drinks and dreams and bad tattoos. The whole damn crowd just sang our blues. Forget your name, remember this. Our corp nights taste like a fist. We made a mess, we made it proud. This bar shut down, so scream it loud.
You're listening to 206.5 High Frequency, Ocean Cay's #1 mixed music station, broadcasting from Hurston's North Pole all the way to Castra.
Johnny, thank you for the martini. Midnight paints the towers gold. Another dropping story never told. Our corp hums beneath the glass, like every secret from the past. The bartender already knows which songs I like, which space lanes I chose, and which ones I left behind without a trace, without a sign. Everybody thinks they know me, from the lights and from the stage. Singing at the Arcor penthouse is holding his hand, but the truth is never written on the front page. So here's a velvet goodbye, wrapped in starport city lights. One last dance beneath the skyline, one last toast tonight. If tomorrow finds me gone, don't ask me where I've flown. Just remember I was smiling when I sang this song. The piano plays a familiar tune, old memories beneath all three moons. Every promise, every flame, every lover forgot my name. Somewhere below the air traffic flows, past the places nobody knows. And somewhere in the crowd tonight, a stranger catches my eye. So here's a velvet goodbye, wrapped in starport city lights. One last dance beneath the skyline, one last toast tonight. If tomorrow finds me just a quiet elevator ride and disappearing from the dream. So here's a velvet goodbye, wrapped in starport city lights. One last dance beneath the skyline. One last toast tonight. If tomorrow finds me gone, don't ask me where I've flown. Just remember I was smiling when I sang this song. And if you hear my voice again, somewhere down the star line, just know the night was beautiful. You and the stars were mine. Johnny, thank you for the martini.
Walked in just past sunset, still wearing yesterday's tie. Bartender took one look at me, said, well, somebody got by. I smiled and took my old seat by the piano and the stage. Ordered nothing for myself, just pointed at the page. The band was halfway through a standard. The room was settling in. I raised a glass toward the bartender and leaned over with a grin. Another round for the house. Put it all on my tab. Tonight's too good to keep to myself, so pour whatever they'll have. For the dreamers and the drifters, for the ones still figuring out. Another round for the house. Tonight we're all cashing out. Young pilot near the window, fresh flight suit and tired eyes. Looked like he'd been chasing jump points for about half his life. Couple celebrating something, old friends laughing at the bar. Funny how the whole room feels smaller when everybody drops their guard. Another round for the house. Put it all on my tab. Tonight's too good to keep to myself, so pour whatever they'll have. For the dreamers and the drifters, for the ones still figuring out. Another round for the house. Tonight we're all cashing out. Money comes, money goes, everybody knows, but a story shared over a glass, that's the part that lasts.
To every road behind us and every road the saints and all the louts. Another round for the house. Bring the whole room in now.
Welcome back. I'm your girl FOXXEIGHT, host of the Cay Freeport morning show. Listening to Mr. Connick on that last song made me start looking at Starliner flights to Terra to do some gambling. And that was Sable Knox followed by Vincent Connick. I don't know what it is about those two. But every time I play them back to back, I want to put on something nice, get a glass of bubbly, and go pretend I'm rich. There's also something about the jazz lounge music that just make you miss someone. So, if you're feeling just a little nostalgic this morning, you're welcome. This portion of the show is brought to you by Black 6, Black Star Order. If you've been looking for a mature Star Citizen organization that actually enjoys flying together instead of turning every game night into a second job, we'd love to meet you. Black 6 is currently recruiting. We have 4 immediate openings for Marine attack pilots and 6 billets available for crews aboard our capital ships, the BSS Tiberius and the BSS Vindicator. Attack pilots fill our PVX air-to-air and air-to-ground roles, and yes, we do know how to run 5, 7, and have experimented with 9 lines. While our warship crews are building the foundation for future operations involving larger ships. We're experienced and have hours of intel footage on YouTube to prove it. Look, if you're looking for a big giant crew to run with, we're not it. We're small, and recruiting in Star Citizen is not easy for groups like us. But we're solid, and have everything to continue our 14-year history. We just need you. Mill some light, a few organized operations each month. Regular casual play throughout the week. Training when you want it. Plenty of laughs. The occasional terrible joke, and a really good group of people to share the verse with. If that sounds like your kind of crew, come say hello. We'll save you a seat in the ready room. Click the Discord link in the description, choose the recruiting role at our checkpoint on Discord, and say hello. The Black 6 staff will be very happy to set you up for Green Team and get you rolled in with us. Now, we've been pretty well behaved this morning. We haven't thrown any desks, I haven't pole danced on the mic stand yet, and I see a group of Marines out doing a formation run on the beach that look like they need a pick-me-up. I think it's time to fix that. We're turning the volume knob considerably farther to the right. Coming up, a special doubleheader from Desert Vixen recorded during her Return to Loreville concert just a few weeks ago. After that, Knocks Out. And then, well, when your dockmaster starts sending you strongly worded messages about excessive noise, I'm going to suggest you simply wave politely as you fly away. And when your ship commander is wondering why you're not firing your turret, you can legitimately say you couldn't hear her. Life's too short to apologize for good music. I'm FOXXEIGHT, your morning show host who hasn't seen the suspected video footage of me locked outside my Zeus since the last episode when I was working on No Tan Lines, and who is looking at a playlist that will make even executives on Orison head bang in their offices. Turn it up, wake the neighbors, and if your shipmate in the next cabin complains, tell them I said good morning. You're listening to 206.5 High Frequency. Home is where you dock, and it's likely you'll be kicked out of your home after you turn up the volume with me. But you're in luck, I just made you sit through a recruiting pitch. So let's go!
I'm so happy to be back home. I see my old bosses from MNVs here backstage. That new band Fracture, they're crazy hot. Did everyone jump on their last one? I did! If you're not ready for the pit, move out. Someone tell that camera guy he's in the pit.
Closing time, the glasses glow. Same old ghost I used to know. Engine singing through the rain. Every launch looks just the same. You wore tomorrow on your sleeve. I wore scars I couldn't leave. Said forever like a prayer, then disappeared into thin air. Funny how the loudest crowd can drown out one empty chair. You left me with a neon halo, burning over loving skies. Every promise, every lie, still reflecting in my eyes. If heaven's got a loading zone, tell 'em I'm still pouring drinks at M&V's alone. Now they chant my stupid name, sell my face and sell my pain. Spotlights where the bottle stood. Funny, none of it feels good. I can buy another dress, another city, another mess. Still the girl behind the bar, counting ships instead of stars. Do you remember table 7? Bottom shelf rating us. No eyes. You said, wait for me. I did. Only bass, heartbeat, kick. You left me with a neon halo. Not a hole, not a name. Just a fire I can't explain. I don't need your mercy, I don't need your light. I built my own heaven out of lonely nights. Everything falls away. One clean guitar, she hums again. Let's set up for the next one. T-Sail Victoria! Are you ready? Who came here to wake up the fucking insurance company tonight? Who here is into PvP? I can't hear you! Who likes to fucking PvP? I wanna see the pit bouncing. If someone falls in the pit, pick them up, okay? If your armor's clean, you're doing it wrong.
you back. Smoke trails cutting a crimson track. Radar screaming, shields on fire. Push it harder, take it higher. You talk big across comms tonight. Let's find out who's actually right. Don't blink, don't breathe. Responds only one heartbeat. Bang, the respond red. Raise your fist, raise your head. Lose your ship, buy another. We'll do it all again together. Bang, the respond red. Break the sky, break the line. One more burn, one more fight. See you on the other side. Throttle down, not my style. I'm already half hostile. Glass cockpit, neon scars burning straight between the stars. You're chasing stats, we're chasing stories. Different reasons, same old glories. One more round. One more round. One more round. You remember that first kill? Yeah, so do I.
Hi baby, I'm a girl and I've got missile lock on your macho ass.
Respond! Red! Let the afterburners scream! Turn this whole damn sky into a memory! If we fall, we rise! If we lose, we fly! We don't quit, we don't run! We hit respond! And do it again!
Tisa, Lorville, Hurston. You're absolutely insane.
One more! You're listening to 206.5 High Frequency, Ocean Cay's #1 mixed music station, broadcasting from Hurston's North Pole all the way to Castra.
Ladies and gentlemen, if your DJ forgot the beat, please locate the nearest exit.
Knocks out has arrived. Walked in loud, boots hit still. Whole damn room know the deal. Your mix clip, your crowd's good still. We brought thunder, you brought nil.
getting older enough.
Big hello tonight to the entire Star Citizen community!
I left pieces of me in Pyro 3 between the flare storms and a busted plea. You said run, but I held the line. Now your voice just echoes in time. Got no grave, no name, no stone, just a star chart scribbled in a broken tone. My ship don't fly straight, but it don't stop. She limps through space like she's all I've got. Every scar's a checkpoint, every scream's a map. I lost a war, but I'm taking it back. It's half a victory, burned but breathing, lost in the dark, but still believing. I don't know what I lost that day, but I'm still here, so I make them pay. You can tear my stars, steal my spark, but I'll write my name in your wreckage mark. Half a victory, half a war, but I'm not done. I've got more. The vulture took my crew, the silence took my name. I built a throne of scrap and made peace with the flame. Now I drift through Stanton like a glitch in code. No fleet, no flag, just a vengeance load. They said the story ends when you fall, but I'm the chapter you never saw. Say it with me, repeat the line. To be continued on my terms.
Talks about the skyline like he still sees it in his sleep. Vandal says the oceans used to shine there. Now Vegas buried way too deep. Every story sounds familiar, every picture fades away. How can I miss a place I never know? Every single day move on, forget the past, but chasing futures, nobody asking why. Every family here remembers, every scar has got a name. Every generation carries a little piece of that flame. They told us move on, forget the past, but some fires burn forever, some shadows always last. I still see a burning home, free someone else's eyes. I still hear the warning sirens every time the darkness cries. We were born beneath the ashes of a world that's come and gone. Tell me why I'm still grieving for a place I've never Maybe home's not where you're born. Maybe home's the stories left behind. Maybe home survive forever in the bloodline, in the mind.
Hey, it's your morning time traffic jam caffeine jittery hostess FOXXEIGHT. And that was Fracture closing out our rock block with Burning Home. I swear, those boys don't know how to write a quiet song. I've already heard some of their new stuff we haven't gotten on air yet. Wow. And honestly, I'm perfectly okay with them pumping out more music. I've had quite a few people asking about Desert Vixen's return to Lorville concert. We've got quite a bit of footage from that night. If we can get everything cleaned up and edited, we just might release the entire concert here on the channel. So leave us a comment if that's something you'd like to see. Let us know. I've watched it more than once already. And yes, I may have been singing along in the studio headbanging while editing it. And despite what Russell says, I'm denying absolutely everything if it has to do with me screaming in the girls' shower at the top of my lungs to her song Redeemer or Smeared Eyeliner. And before we wrap things up, a quick reminder that this coming 4th of July weekend, our friends over at Onyx are hosting the Onyx Frontier Games right here in Ocean Cay on Hurston. If you've never been, you should seriously consider it. Last year's Frontier Games were one of the most entertaining weekends I've had in the verse. There was a cookout. Half the group somehow ended up slightly intoxicated. I think only 3 hover bikes actually survived the race around the bay and Bomb Island. and I witnessed something I never expected to see. A battle royale! On the upside-down hangar deck of an inverted 890 jump.
Am I going the wrong way? Where are you guys going?
Immediately after everyone finished bowling for beer bottles. I honestly stopped asking questions and just enjoyed the show.
Oh my god, I hear the banking.
This year's event is shaping up to be even bigger. New competitions, new challenges, and plenty of opportunities to meet some genuinely great people. Onyx runs a fantastic organization. Excellent PvP, professional custom contracts, and one of the best communities you'll find. If you're interested, jump into their Discord. The link is down in the description. And if you stop by, tell them myself and the radio station sent you. I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been listening, commenting, sharing the station, and helping us slowly build this little corner of the verse. We're working hard toward our first 100 subscribers, so if you've been enjoying the music, share us with your friends. If you're a content creator looking for background music while you fly, feel free to run the station. We only ask that you give us a little credit and point folks back toward our channel. And if there's a genre, an artist, or even a hidden gem you've discovered, leave a comment. We'll see how we can help. The verse is a pretty big place, and there's a lot of artists waiting to be discovered. And we're always looking for the next great song. One more quick shout out before we finish. DJ Spaz has been doing some fantastic work over on Harbor Beats. If you haven't checked out his show yet, you're missing out. Great music, great energy. He literally DJs and cuts the entire thing himself. I watch him do it. Pretty impressive. And considerably fewer arguments with Russell. Although, to be fair, that's a pretty low bar. Russell is a special flower. And now, it's time. Our top 3 countdown. The 3 biggest songs across 206.5 HF over the past couple of weeks based on your views. You are the signal, and you are why we keep doing this. Coming in at number 3, Kings of the Drift from Gunmetal Bloom. A high-octane anthem that's become a favorite for racers, fighter pilots, and anyone who thinks speed limits are merely thoughtful suggestions. At number 2, Avery Vale with Constellation Lights. A song that somehow manages to feel like a quiet flight home after a very long journey. It's beautiful, and judging by your requests, I'm not the only one who thinks so. And holding on to the number 1 spot for a second consecutive week. Fracture with Static Faith Survivor. A powerful story inspired by life inside the refugee camps following the Vega 2 invasion. It's emotional, it's honest, and clearly, it has connected with listeners across the UEE. Congratulations to Fracture! I have a feeling we'll be hearing a lot more from them. Well, that brings another morning at Ocean Cay Freeport to a close. I've had a wonderful time spending it with you. Whether you're watching another sunrise from a cockpit, working planetside, hauling cargo between systems, or simply relaxing with a cup of coffee. Thank you for making me part of your day. I'll see you next week. Hopefully with a few more stories, a little more sunshine. And if Russell behaves himself, one fewer awkward dinner invitation. I'm your girl, DJ FOXXEIGHT. If you see me in my yellow jumpsuit, black and blue hair up in Everest Harbor, feel free to say hi. If you're that guy that was standing in front of me, just staring at me with the big white mustache that was having a conversation with a spiked helmet, perhaps don't. That was a little creepy. I see DJ Spaz rolling in like G12 with hydros for the lunchtime Harbor Beats segment. This is 206.5 HF, coming to you from the polar regions of Hurston all the way to Castra on the Black 6 relay networks. And wherever the jump points carry you, be kind. Fly safe. Wear protection, but only if it looks cool. Turn the music up just a little louder than you probably should. And remember, home is where you dock.
Let's go! How the fuck is everyone tonight? Is the pyrotechnics ready? Go!
Tanks full and the credits feel right. Ace kicked back in the pilot chair. Aviators on like he don't care. Pyro burning on the scanner screen. Every bad idea starts looking clean. Nova's laughing from the cargo bay. Said we ain't getting home anyway. Every station says we're going too far, but nobody remembers the names of the careful stars. We're the kings of the drift. Gunmetal bloom screaming in. The ghost of the lanes burning through the black like we're breaking chains. Neon saints, satellite dreams, living faster than we ever seem. Raise your glass, let the engine scream. We're the kings of the drift. Lex lights up another midnight solo. Half his cyber arm starts to glow. Security says we're banned again. Guess we're finding a different port, my friend. Zero's running since through the comma ray, turning quantum noise into a cabaret. Nobody knows where tomorrow lands. That's exactly how we planned. Every warning light is flashing red, but legends aren't written by the things you never said. We're the kings of the drift, rocking your parents out back in 25. The ghost of the lanes burning through the black like we're breaking chains. Neon saints, satellite dreams, living faster than we ever seem. Raise your glass, let the engine scream. We're the kings of the drift. We were never built for quiet lives. Never learned how to compromise. Every scar, every fight, every wrong turn in the night brought us here. We're the kings of the drift, the ghosts of the lanes. One more jump through the fire, one more story remains. Neon saints,
city's glowing silver outside my apartment view. Ships climbing through the skyline like they always do. Another late transmission, another time zone call. Funny how a million stars can make the universe feel small. Different skies, different nights, same horizon, different lights. We're under constellation lights, half a galaxy apart, but somehow every star tonight still points me to your heart. Across the dark, across the miles, across the endless blue, we're under constellation lights, and I'm still looking for you. You said Stanton felt colder than anywhere you've been. I laughed and told you terror would eventually win. Now you're sending pictures from worlds I've never seen, and everyone reminds me how close and far we've been. Different skies, different nights, same horizon, different lights. We're under constellation lights, half a galaxy apart, but somehow every star tonight still points me to your heart. Across the dark, across the miles, across the endless blue, we're under constellation lights, and I'm still looking for you. Maybe distance isn't measured by the places that we roam. Maybe it's the quiet moments when you're wishing they were home. I know you're out there, looking up at the same sky, at the same stars, wondering too. We're under constellation lights, half a galaxy apart, but somehow every star tonight still points me to your heart. Across the dark, across the miles, across the endless blue, we're under constellation lights, and someday I'll come home to you. Ships rise above the skyline, one by one, and somewhere out among them, you're looking at the same sun.
Plastic saints on the hollow screen, selling heaven for a weekly fee. Mama prayed while the heaters died, nobody answered from the other side. Everybody got a flash the things they knew. Flag to wave, everybody got an empire soul to save. Everybody got a tearing hand out. Every company wants a cut now. Static Sage, talk through the noise. Promise a future, steal your voice. Static Sage, shine so bright till the power fails in the middle of the night.
High frequency, Ocean Cay's #1 mixed music station, broadcasting from Hurston's North Pole all the way to Castra.